money in fuel on this trip and stay home.
Yeah, you might want to invest that in a playlisting service or something, you know.
It's not happening. I'd rather travel.
I'm doing both.
You know, but it's probably you and I have talked about this. Willie, you and I have talked about this. You know, vanity metrics like streaming and likes and all that stuff, that's great. You know what I mean? But it doesn't really translate into ticket sales.
Yeah.
And, you know, so you really want to kind of start small, start where you are, where you have a good following in your home market, and really do your best to create a community around your music. You know, we talked about this, you know, on the previous pod, you know, but it's experiential marketing, and you really want to create a vibe and a tribe for your music, you know, and that's really hard to do. It takes time, unless you understand, you know, the difference between branding and marketing, which, you know, branding is more like what happens when people are not looking at your logo and all that. It's more of a pull people in, where a marketing is you're pushing things on people. And you have to kind of do both, but you want to do it very methodically and very intentional about, you know, I try to tell my clients when I'm doing the consulting is you really want to think like, what kind of fans do I want to have at my show? You know,
Right.
And then you want to get very specific about, you know, what are their habits? You know, do they have day jobs? What does their income look like? You know, do I want more females, which most of us do? Because if you pull the females in, the males come, you know, so you can kind of, you know, if you learn to target them, the dudes will come, you know. So
Yep.
we all like the hot chicks in the front row kind of thing, you know, but you know, it's
So you should really be making R&B music, Xander. That's what he's trying to tell you.
Hey, I have a song. Hey, I just made a track that sounds. It's a little R&B actually. Hey, Kendrick just pulled up. Actually, hold up.
okay. But yeah, you know, you want to really try to understand, like, not only when you're trying to get them to the show, but once they get to the show, what do you want them to feel at your show? What do you want them to feel when they're leaving your show? And if you can focus on those two things, then you're like 50% ahead of the pack.
Right.
Brad,
Right.
I mean, we're talking about, you know, building that base. And is it possible to build a base, but also to use, you know, especially being where they're at in Dallas, to use bringing people to you, right? Like having, because there's a lot of people that would love to play in Dallas, right? That would love to come from maybe Oklahoma City or, you know, other points around in Texas, using that as an avenue to kind of expand your horizons by kind of giving first, saying, hey, come play on this show of ours, and then being able to travel out and to go play on somebody else's show.
Yeah. Yeah. So show trades are super popular. You know, if you are networking with an artist that's, you know, based out of Missouri, maybe you get on with them in their market, and then you put them on as support in your market. And that, you know, is a good trade. Whenever I'm doing something like that, you make sure that both the gigs are confirmed at the same time.
Right. For sure.
Because, you know, they'll promise you, you know, yeah, man, I'll put you on, and you put them on and you do them a solid, and then
yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm aware of that type of thing.
Just be careful of that. That is the norm. You know, people in our business tend to be shady sometimes, and you know, you just want to kind of cover yourself on that. So anytime I'm doing a show trade, whether it's for a bluegrass or Americana, whatever, doesn't matter what kind of music it is, you just want to make sure that you're doing that at the exact same time.
Awesome. You in the car with Kendrick now, Xander?
Yeah, this is Kendrick right here, y'all. He's the one that produced that last track.
What's happening, Kendrick? Hey, man, we just got done listening to your song, man. We loved it.
someone's track.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Y'all liking it?
Yeah, man, we were digging on it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Digging on it, man. Love the vibe that you two got going on. Love the relationship y'all have been building with your music. And sounds like you're spending a lot of time in the studio just creating. And I admire the shit out of that, man. Like, I spend a lot of time podcasting and doing this thing, but I don't get to create as much music as I want to. I'm waiting for Willie to finish school at Full Sail, so we all know what the hell we're doing.
Hey, you know what? I'm getting there. I only got another year. I'll get there eventually.
Yes, sir. Kendrick, I'd love to hear a little bit while we got you, a little bit about your story in music, kind of your background, how you got into, doing it and producing and obviously being an artist yourself.
Man, I got my first gig. I'm actually from Fayetteville, Arkansas. I started off as a producer there for a studio that works called
Xander, you pulled too far away from your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's breaking up on me.
Yep. Hand the phone back to Xander. Have him put it on you. He was closer to the Wi-Fi. It was good for a while.
Okay. Now here you go. Can you hear us? Can you hear me now?
Here. Yeah, it's good here, and then it goes to the other side of the car, and it's out completely.
Good? I think it's because we plugged in the charger.
Okay.
Yeah, my fault.
You're all good.
Yeah, I'm originally from
Fayetteville. Yep.
So I'm originally from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Started producing there for a label called Sauced Up Entertainment. They did some things with the University of Arkansas down there, sports media type stuff. Really just started engineering first and worked my way into producing and rapping. I picked up the piano, put a lot of time into that. Really just been on this spiritual journey with God. Started off as a Christian, kind of more of a Christian. I went from a secular artist to a Christian artist, back into, like, I guess you'd kind of call it spiritual. I call it spiritual music. I don't really label myself as a Christian rapper, but I make really spiritual music. Yeah, I'm not the best speaker. Like, I'll try my best to give y'all just a quick summary or rundown, but man, I just love music. Been doing this for a while, about 10 years now.
Yeah, man.
Met Xander awesome. Down here. This is my brother. It's probably the best music I've ever made with anybody is with my bro right here.
I was telling him
the best. It's like God just glues it together for us. But
I love that. So Xander, you sent me another one here.
Yeah, I sent you 2 more tracks, I think.
So let's look at. You did both of these together?
I can't remember. If he didn't rap on them, then he produced them. So.
Right. All right.
Yeah. He produced that. Yeah.
Well, let's go. We're gonna listen to that one here, and we'll come back and talk about it.
Yeah. For sure.
Conley for 3.
Smoking for the stress. I got motion, that's a blessing. I'm finna go and get the rest. Yeah, you know it's in my destiny. You know this is a flex. I got homies, I be rapping with they blowing up the set. Triple D, Dallas, Texas, bitch, I'm throwing up the set. I got people watching me and now they notice that I'm next. They be tripping on this shit and I don't even break a sweat. I am down to place my best hit from the ground down by the sets. Don't fuck around, I'm trying to get it for them nights that I face death. For my town, for the people that stayed down when I was reckless. Now I'm trying to win a medal for the shit I know I can do. This shit is really simple. Now it's time to make a ripple. Yeah, it's time to make a ripple. I'm a triple D, baby, so I guess that's why they hate me. They really wanna be me, but they really can't face me. I was at the bus station, I've been down since the basement. Locked down in placement, now I rock out with the D, baby. So I guess that's why they hate. They really wanna be me, but they really can't face me. I was at the bus station, I've been down since the basement. I was down in basement, now I rock out with the nation. They had a bag on me, I almost was a casualty. Now I just walk out casualty. All this shit just sad to me, cause really the fact just happens to me that I tried to put y'all on my back, on my team. Never thought this shit would happen to me. I'm taking these laps and they facing the fact that I'm gaining so fast that they can't even see me. A little bit something like Harry Houdini. Y'all should be a little bit scared when you see me. I don't even care, you ain't comparing to me. Play this track and they swear it was he. Say that you fraud, yeah, I dare you to leak. I'm a triple D, baby, so I guess that's why they hate. They really wanna be me, but they really can't face me. I was at the bus station, I've been down since the basement. Locked down in the basement, now I rock out with the nation. I'm a triple D, baby, so I guess that's why they hate. They really wanna be me, but they really can't face me. I was at the bus station, I've been down since the basement. I was down in the basement, now I rock out with the nation.
Yeah, I like the vibe on that one. I like that vibe. I don't know if we lost them or not. Nope.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Xander?
Yeah.
Oh, they're back. There we go. Like the vibe on that one, man.
There we go. Like the vibe on that one.
I'm sorry.
Just saying I like the vibe on that one.
Shit.
Yeah, can you hear us, Xander?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Yeah, I have a little bit of a delay. I don't know.
A little bit.
No worries. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's on there.
Yeah, I think that's on there.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
A little bit. So tell us about creating that song.
From filming of 3,000 Miles to Graceland starring Kevin Costner.
Hold on here. Let's do this. Let's we're gonna play this last one, Xander. The last one we got is one of your new ones, I do believe. Pressure.
I do believe.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Hey, I'm back over here, so I think I got a little bit of signal over here.
Yeah, see, that's much better.
Yeah, see, that's much better.
Cool. Yeah.
There we go. Cool. Well, we're gonna play this last one, Xander. We're gonna let you guys get into the studio, all right, brother?
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be here though. Yeah, I'll message you.
This is Pressure.
I appreciate you guys.
Pressure.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
I don't like it. I love it.
Going hard, feeling like I'm Charles in charge. Body full of scars, I don't take it to heart. If you ever really did, then you was play from the start. Got some aces up my sleeve, so now I'm playing my cards. Going crazy on a beat, yeah, I'ma take it to Mars. Mary Jane all up in me, so now my brain in the stars. Hit me with some instrumentals, I'ma break them apart. I couldn't really see, but still I found a way in the dark. I never planned this shit, and that's the craziest part. Now I only wanna win so I can blaze a cigar. I like to make the type of shit that you can play in your car and still bump it in the club, that's why I'm making it far. This shit really isn't for all the faintest of heart. I got that gas, it's like a Cupid blunt laced with a fart. Pressure pack coming back, I'm going straight for my target. Pressure pack coming back, I'm going straight for my target. Aiming for the top, cause I got nothing to lose. Heard they was talking, so I got something to prove. So I stomp on these beats, they going right under my shoes. And if I said it on a verse, then that shit was really true. Aiming for the top, partying with crazy boppers. Tell them hoes to take it off. We had fun last night, but I'll decline them calls later on. It just be like that when they can see the type of wave you're on. Then they look me in the eyes and she like, goddamn, babe, you're gone. And I ain't never been too hot, but fuck it, though I play along. Aiming for the top, cause I got nothing to lose. Heard they was talking, so I got something to prove. So I stomp on these beats, they going right under my shoes. And if I said it on a verse, then that shit was really true. Aiming for the top, cause I got nothing to lose. Heard they was talking, so I got something to prove. So I stomp on these beats, they going right under my shoes. And if I said it on a verse, then that shit was really true.
Hell yeah. I loved the evolution of what we've been hearing tonight. I feel like we started kind of at the beginning and we've seen where it's come to now, and the sound kept on evolving.
Yeah, I kind of did that on purpose.
Perfect, man.
Xander,
we got that little bit of an audio issue, so I think I'm going to let you go. And we're going to sit here and talk about you behind your back for a little while. Cover some other things and let you get back to the studio and do your thing.
Cool. Yeah. I'll be in touch for sure. I appreciate you guys having us on.
Yeah, man. It's Kendrick, nice to meet you, brother. I'll be in Dallas March 10th, so let's get together.
Come to the studio, yeah, please.
I would love to. I'll be down there. Let's do it.
For sure. Yeah, I'll message you about that.
Awesome. Take care, fellas.
Cool. You guys have a good one. Appreciate it.
You as well. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Well, that was Xander Bangs and Kendrick Conley. I loved hearing how we went from like the really raw lo-fi in that first song to growth into, not necessarily, I mean, that last one was a little bit of what the kids would call a banger, was it not?
Yeah, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Connor Price. I don't know if you guys are familiar with who that is or not. If you're not familiar with him, you should definitely check him out. You definitely know a song or two of his. He really kind of blew up on the scene in the last, 2-3 years, I would say. But yeah, it kind of sounded a little similar to that, My kids love Connor Price. So.
I have no idea who that is.
I thought you were a big fan. Yeah, if it's not country, Willie doesn't know it.
That is a lie, sir.
Is it?
It is. I have to have a diverse.
Yeah,
I know you know how to bring sexy back. Are you going to give us a demonstration on that?
No, sir.
Nicole Snowden, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Shouting out Xander. Love that kid. Michael Cagle joining us as well. Appreciate you, Michael. Former guest on the show, co-host of Unsigned Spotlight, also nominated for the Midwest Talent Awards. Make sure you guys are joining us March 6th and 7th out there. Some great stuff from the young men down in Dallas today. I really enjoyed what we were hearing from them. I love that they are like building on this relationship. What do you say? They've only been hanging out for like a year? They've been making me a year or two, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's new.
I thought he said about a year, to be honest.
Talking to Charlotte Roop, the founder of Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. She's tuning into the show. So hi, Charlotte. But she was texting me off camera.
What's up, Charlotte?
She asked me, who's Brad? Say, Brad's my new best friend. No offense, Willie.
He's just some dude.
I've been replaced. Story of my life.
Yep. No.
There's always another man.
Yep. There's no replacing you. We love it. Hey, Michael. Absolutely love it. Oh, there we go. Operation Combating Veteran Suicide in the house. The Operation Combating Veteran Suicide National Songwriter Showcase Tour. That's what we've been talking about. Taken down there to Dallas and all over the United States this year. And really a great opportunity. So I want to thank Charlotte and Casey and everything that they do for us here at the Scene Projects and everything we've been able to do together. We've been focused a lot on the future and what comes of what we're doing now, right? And I think it's so important that while all of us have faced some tough times over the last, even the last few months, you know, Willie has been building this new house and kind of under the gun to do so. And, you know, we've been planning this massive tour and kind of having, I wouldn't even necessarily call them setbacks. What I've said from the get-go is dream big until you can't, and you have to be realistic. For me, I already knew that going out in the Suburban and traveling around the country on this tour route that I had planned out was a possibility. And but how fun is it to dream about possibly jumping on a tour bus and doing all of it with all of your friends? And why not dream that dream until you have to be a realist? Not to take that dream off the cliff, Thelma and Louise style, but to be able to make adjustments in the last and to fall back onto your plan C or D or E, possibly.
Or whatever letter comes next.
Yeah, whatever. Well, I know that you ran out of fingers and toes there, so
you're number one, buddy. You're number one. But look, somebody gets it. Thank you, Charlotte.
Yeah. She also said, "We love you, Bubba and Willie."
I mentioned it's okay. I'll take the honorable mention.
She did say Willie first, so
yeah, yep.
But no, yeah, exactly what you're talking about. That's what I really love about what we got going on is we're able to dream big. I mean, whether it's you doing your thing, this whole festival over here falling in my lap, because it pretty much did. It's just going to be, you know, if you don't set goals and set your dreams, then life's going to be boring.
No, and we're very fortunate, you know, to kind of go back to Captain Jack's Summersville is going to be a real treat to get to bring ourselves now, right? To get to represent us instead of being somebody that's working at the show. We're able to really bring ourselves into that situation. And I'm really looking forward to growing alongside of you. And yeah, we'll see. I know I just got my acceptance into the Southern Entertainment Awards and got my media passes for that. So nice. I know that's Memorial Day weekend. So I'll be headed back south again. I got to figure out how I'm going to get to Atlanta, but that's a ways down the road. Willie, when is your festival? The 15th, the 16th?
Yeah, May 16th at Captain Jack's. Oh,
awesome.
Sorry. Yeah, and I mean, it's about an environment, family, and that's what I'm so honored to be able to do is to be able to bring that family environment that I found in my own business on and my podcast, and you know, able to bring that full circle. You know, you kind of introduced and mentioned Charlotte, and you know, I chase high, and I never stopped. I mean, one day I'm going to have a well-known, you know, not that I don't mind independent, but my goal is I want to get every artist possible. Not, you know, I want to shoot for the stars, you know.
I think that's what's cool about We Do is that we are making people stars, right? By continuing to feature these people on our shows. And as we continue to rise in that we become the tastemakers of our own reality. And that's what's really fun about it, because we keep our circle pretty tight, that everyone is able to come into that. Shout out to Sam. Hey, Samantha. Good to see you. Samantha Grimes joining us. We are always kind of exposing a new crowd to our people. Instead of exposing a new artist to our crowd, we're kind of doing it reverse, right? Where we have a pretty tight-knit group of artists, And as we grow, we'll be bringing all of these artists out into a new batch of crows. So yeah, I love it. Hey, Momos, you got it. You got it, Samantha. Also, fellow Midwest Talent Awards nominee. I think you cleaned up in quite a few categories. I know you probably won't be able to make it to the show, so I will gladly accept them all on your behalf, Sam. So really grateful to have you, get in there, get nominated. We've had over 600 votes on the Midwest Talent Awards page, so that's pretty incredible feat in its own. Sam, you're going to absolutely love Charlotte, vice versa. You're going to love Sam. Two women that I've spent a lot of time with over the last 12 months, two people that I'm very happy to have there. Yes, I would be honored. I'm going to accept Willie's for best podcast as well.
Listen, I'm being realistic. I'm competing against you. Okay. And just to be nominated.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, that's what's fun about this award show, is because it's really bringing two different worlds together. So we don't know the people that are coming in from the side that Michelle McClellan and her, New Me Foundation and the Empowerment Divas Network. We don't know what kind of support on that other side and those podcasts that are coming in. So what's cool about this award show that we put together is it's not one group of people that are just kind of supporting each other. It's two groups of people that have never met each other that are going to be coming together. And granted, it won't be a whole lot of us this year. We hope to grow this and have a little bit more of a run next year on the planning phases, as we were kind of late to the game on this as well. We were able to throw it into everything that we do. Michael, all the way out in Seattle, I'm sure he doesn't feel Midwestern at all, but it's not about a location, right? I think it's about an essence that I think we take very seriously as Midwesterners, that we are very family oriented and we don't exclude anyone. And I feel like the coasts, both the East Coast and the West Coast, can be very exclusive to one another, right? Going all the way back to the early 90s and, the old battles between the East Coast hip hop and the West Coast hip hop. And the Midwest doesn't have that. We're all kind of here for each other. It's about a community. It's about that feeling, not necessarily a location on the world or on the map that matters. It's the vibe that you get when you're all hanging out together and being accepting of one another. And that's what I'm really excited about. This award show especially is the diversification of the genres and the people that are represented in all of these. And we're really proud of what we've built in a short amount of time.
As you should be. Yeah.
Yeah, Brad, not to pass pass over you as well, but Music Mogul AI nominated for a Midwest Talent Award as well. So congratulations to you, Brad.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, happy to be nominated with, such other great talent and companies out there. And yeah, it's all about community and networking. And, I know we talk about this a lot, but not just partnerships, but strategic partnerships is really where it's at, for me. And yeah, happy to be a part of it and appreciate, the love for sure.
And Sam, it's no big deal. We get to it when we get to it. Enjoy what you got going on. I'll be here. I ain't going nowhere.
Literally, he's not going anywhere. Samantha, I just sent you something in your messenger.
Hey, sir.
Click on that.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir.
Calm down over there.
Yeah.
I do not enjoy the hostility I'm getting from you right now. Just kidding.
We're going to see if we can't just get her on the show right now. I have some of her songs in the can anyway, so we can do that. Michael, I'm glad that you feel welcome with us. And that's what it's all about, is meeting new people and bringing in a community vibe to everything that the Scene Projects does, and the MOMO, you know, the Midwest Original Music Organization, what we do here. And it's really just about building out that community. I feel like a lot of us have, you know, maybe I'm not speaking for Brad necessarily, but maybe we didn't feel at home with our own families. And we have always kind of sought that out in our different friend groups. And as we've grown older, you don't necessarily have those groups that you hang out with. I know it was my experience that I always really relied on my friends as my family. So now to be, to have the ability to build a community, I think that's been really important to me. And to see that the Midwest Original Music Organization is grown to almost 1,000 people now, to see that the Scene Projects group is heading towards 2,000. And there she is. Oh, hey.
What did you do to me?
It was me. I did it. I'm the problem.
Oh my God. Hello.
Welcome, everyone. Samantha Grimes' impromptu appearance on the show.
I literally I was screwing around, like recording and playing just for fun because I have a show tomorrow. And then I was like, oh, what's this button that Bella sent me? And now I see it brings me to you.
Yes,
To the
that's
world.
how the internet works. And I absolutely love it.
Amazing. All right, I'm down. Hello, gentlemen.
How's
Sam,
it going?
meet Brad, Willie, Sam.
Nice to meet you, Sam.
Oh, she disappeared on us.
It's a magic trick. She'll be back. A hat trick. But no, you're completely right, Bubba. At least for me, it's the community we bring. Like, you know my story and what I've been through, and I didn't exactly have that at home. So it's about me that going out and making my own family. I got you guys. I tell everybody you're more of a brother than you are a friend, and at the end of
Is
the
that because
day,
you can hit your brothers?
what?
Is that because you can hit your brothers?
No. Why are you so mean to me?
What do you mean? I wasn't trying to hit you.
You guys act like brothers for sure.
We really do. But you know what? At the end of the day, there's no one else I'd rather have be an influence on my daughter's life. It makes nothing happier than see her sit down at my podcast studio and say she's making a podcast with Uncle Bubba. Nothing more. That's when you're doing the right things and people are watching.
Yeah.
Aw. I'm always so flattered by that.
I know.
Sam,
I just
it's so
gave you
nice
a
to
bigger
have
head.
you.
It's
Look,
nice
now-
to be halved. That's
Yeah.
not the word. That's not the verbiage.
We get it.
It's
We're
nice
picking
to
up
be
what you're
had.
putting down. That's all right.
That's questionable.
Oh, so Sam, you were just practicing. You got some shows this weekend, always.
Yes. I've got a show tomorrow and then a show Saturday.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they?
Tomorrow is in Wyoming, Minnesota. It's for an art exhibit. This place, so there's a big program in the Midwest called Arts Midwest, and they give grants. And so they got a grant to feature live musicians during their art exhibits. And so I am one of their musicians.
All
Same one.
right.
And then Saturday, I'm in Red Wing, Minnesota. It's Big Turn Music Festival, which is this is my 4th or 5th year playing there, and I just love it. They shut down the whole city of Red Wing, and everybody plays, and like they have people playing in bike shops and coffee houses and bars and churches. I'm playing in a church, so it's gonna be a ball.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a
Charlotte.
pub crawl; it's a church crawl kind of.
That's right. We're doing a church crawl. I'm playing at Christ Episcopal Church, and I'm gonna watch my language because I don't need to be smited or smoted.
Smoking?
Yeah, I would be
Smoking?
too. Yeah, that would make me nervous.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to get smoked.
Charlotte with Operation Combating Veteran Suicide said it's great to see you, Sam. Charlotte is looking forward very much to meeting you. One day we'll be able to get everyone together, the whole family, a big reunion.
That whole MOMOs. Charlotte's going to be unnerved when I show up in her backyard and I'm like, hey, you said you wanted to hang out.
I'm here.
You must like dogs if you're going to hang out in Charlotte's backyard.
Perfect. That works for me. I have a
You
160
have a
pound
massive
mastiff.
dog. Yeah, I forgot that you got a big old dog too. So
Try not
she
to
has
let
a
him slobber on my
Rottweiler
guitar.
and others. So
Mm-hmm.
when I go out west in South Dakota, they're out in the Rapid City area. I'll often stay at their place and get to hang out. And yeah, it's good to have family around, right? So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so next time I'm in Rapid City in that area, Charlotte, I'm going to hit you up and I want to pet your puppies and I will serenade you in turn for a bed.
Deal. I will speak for her.
Well, I don't think
totally
it was
down.
meant for that comment, but she already said bring it.
Okay. Excellent. Watch out. That's a lot of Hellcats in one area.
So, Sam, you've won a lot of awards over the last couple of years. Too many that I think we can even list out right now, but a couple notables, Entertainer of the Year, Maverick Award from the Midwest Country Music Organization. It was so great to share that moment with you last year there in Okoboji, Iowa at Arnold's Park. I mean, that was such a great moment. Nominated again for Midwest Country Music Organizations Awards, and it's in the state that you live in this year. Are you excited about that?
It's like 2 hours away from me. So in Okoboji, that was like a 5-6 hour drive for me. And I had to go to sound check in the morning and you had to be at sound check at like 9 or whatever. So I left my house like before the sun even showed. So I'm so excited to just roll in and be like, hey, I've already been to Quick Trip. I'm so ready. It's going to be amazing. And I'm excited I get to present the Maverick Award this year. So.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm stoked.
Awesome. Yeah. Your first time presenting an award?
Yes, it'll be my first time presenting, at least an award that anyone looks at. I've presented a lot of awards to my child. She doesn't care as much as I do.
So, Sam, we were together back in November for the Josie Music Awards. You also took one home there. Talk about being on the Grand Ole Opry stage and just that entire moment. I haven't really had a chance to recount the weekend with you since we saw each other. So
yeah, I suppose we
share
haven't
a
really
little
gotten
bit
to
with
talk
us.
about it. It was surreal. So what's really funny is I was nominated for Rising Star of the Year 2 years prior at the Josies. And I went and I was like, oh my gosh, what if we win? And I didn't win. And I went home empty handed, which happens a lot. Surprisingly, I know people are like, Sam, you win all these awards. No, I end up with a lot of empty handedness. And so I came home from Nashville and I was really just disenchanted by it because, you know, side note, I lost. But also when I went to listen to live music, it was all cover music. And I was kind of heartbroken because I would talk to some of the singer-songwriters and they're like, we can't make a living doing our own stuff right now. We've got to do the cover scene with the bars. And when we want to play our own, we go on like Sunday nights to some of the open mics and stuff like that, but that's about it. And I was like, well, screw Nashville. I mean, the Midwest has such an impressive, you know, kind of melting pot of all these different styles of music and everyone's so inclusive and supportive.
Yeah.
And then when I got nominated for Americana Artist of the Year, I was like, well, they're just trying to fill a bill right there. So I didn't think much of it until it got closer towards when I should be booking travel plans. And I was like, you know what, screw it. And Bubba, I think at that time I had seen that you were planning on going. And I was like, well, Bubba's going to take a bus and go. Then there's no reason I can't go. So I went and ended up winning. And it was just amazing because it was completely unexpected. And I was in the nosebleed seats in the far back. And I think it took about 20 seconds for the audio to get to the back to tell us that I was, you know, the winner. So it was just funny. It was just a whole different ball game this go around, and I had a really good time.
Very cool.
It was
Congratulations
really cool.
on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was really cool to spend a moment, you know, when we had first gotten there, getting you and our other Midwest CMO friend, Alyssa Ruffin, and then both of you winning and getting us up on that stage was so powerful for me. And it made me really happy that I was there. Obviously, my good friend, Jasmine Kane won a couple of awards that night as well, got to perform on the stage. Like that night was so powerful for me that I was really happy that, I mean, for me, all I did was like reach out to Tina Marie and Josie and be like, hey, I have an award-winning podcast. Like,
Yeah, can I come,
we
please?
cover it? Yeah, can I come hang out? And they're like, yeah, we'll put you on, the red carpet and bring you to part of that experience. And that whole experience was just, it was a whirlwind, right? 3.5 hours of straight just interview after interview after
And
interview.
let's remember how cold it was.
It was
I couldn't
chilly.
feel a thing. My boobs were ice solid. Like there was nothing there. And it was just, it was a sleeveless dress. I'm like, this is a terrible plan. I don't know why I thought it was going to be warmer. And then like Bubba, I did the same thing for this year. I said, if you guys need a performer, please let me. I'm friendly. So we'll see. We'll see if it happens. I'm hoping that my album maybe gets a nod for something at the Josies. That'd be really cool.
Well, and speaking of that album, I had listened to it this summer coming home from another gig in its entirety and absolutely love your songwriting. We were friends really before I really had a chance to listen to a lot of your music. I would just have that vibe, right? Where we knew we were fast friends. And it was the first time that I really sat down and listened to your music and the songwriter that you are. And I had heard the manner and some of the stuff that you had sent to me, but getting to really sit down with you, and especially with the way Stripped is, because it is you and the guitar. And I thought that it was powerful. And now to see it getting so much attention throughout the year and people are really gravitating to that, I think it speaks to the songwriter that you are, and a prolific one at that. I mean, you don't just write a few songs. I feel like you're always writing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, it's what I do. I mean, Bubba, I work a full-time job. I have family and all that stuff. And the only outlet that I have that has always been there since I was 5 was music. So I just write. And it's cheaper than a therapist, so that's cool. And I always like to note, Bubba, that you're a hell of a songwriter too. And that's something, people always see the podcaster in you and the presence that you are from a public standpoint is so different. People don't realize that you are a talented songwriter and musician, and that's what's really cool, because the questions to ask, what we want to talk about. And that's what makes you phenomenal at your job as a podcaster, but also phenomenal as a musician. And I'm just waiting for the day when you get nods to that side of the world,
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. I made Brad sit and listen to all of my music one night on Love Noise when we didn't have a guest on. So
well, listen, and I agree, Bubba often doesn't give himself enough credit. But honestly, when Bubba told me he knew you, because I had found you before I started podcasting, and he's like, I know her. I was like, yeah, you're blowing smoke. So, but later on,
I know that chick.
He's like, no, I really do. But after, we really sat down and talked, and he's like, I do.
My favorite, Sam, was when I saw you were going down to play the Den, and he was playing some of your songs on their TVs inside of the thing, and he was like, she's like, oh man, this Samantha Grimes is so cool. I was like, yeah, I know, she's my friend. Oh my god, but you gotta hear her. So I was like, I literally she's my friend.
You're like, I know, I'm well aware.
I could call her if I wanted to, right? Do you want me to call her right now? I'd love to get her here. I was like, I think it would be pretty easy. She's pretty not
have guitar, will travel,
pretty open to coming out here,
Well, and that was my thing this year. I vowed that all of my shows that I took, unless it's a long-standing relationship, which I have a couple of those where I play every year, no matter what. I vowed that I was only going to do different shows, different venues, different places I've never done, weird opportunities. I'm changing it up this year because I want to do something fun. So,
well, if you happen to get a show in Missouri, I know a veteran show that would love to have you if you happen to make it this way.
I would come to Missouri. I've been to Rolla.
Really? That's 45 minutes
too
from
far.
me.
Yeah.
Really?
That's not too far from him.
Yeah. So my best friend, she graduated from Fort Leonard Wood when she did basic 20 years ago. And so I went down there and I got lost in Rolla, and my friend had a seizure after smoking too much weed from down there. And it was a whole thing. So I know that area well.
That sounds like a bad country song.
It doesn't it? Oh, maybe I need to write that.
You're welcome for the idea.
Yes, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And it was so funny too, because we're in the hospital and the doctor that was on call for the ER, he's like, you kids need to find something better to do. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Don't call my mom. But yes, I would come to Missouri in a heartbeat. That sounds amazing.
Sam, do you feel out of place in the country space sometimes?
Yes.
Because I wouldn't call your music country.
No, it's not. And people make fun of me all the time. So the owner of my repair shop that I run, he's friends with PT. Like they know each other pretty well. And he's like, "You're not country." I'm like, "I know I'm not country, but some of my stuff resonates that direction." What people don't know
Americana,
about
I
me,
would say for sure. Like
Americana.
definitely, yeah, right. I get that, but that's not necessarily country.
But before I really delved into that, well, when I started, I wanted to be a Christian songwriter. My mama told me only Jesus would love me, so I was like, well, then I'll write him some songs because I'm gonna get them.
You would.
Yeah, and then I was gonna be a nun for many years. I used to write to a convent. Shocking, I know. But then after that, I write a lot of pop, and people don't realize that and I'm gonna work on a new album that's gonna come out, and it's a good chunk of pop. I love writing pop music, and it sounds cheesy, but I play piano, and like some of my songwriting delves far more into the pop spectrum than any of the acoustic and Americana stuff. So I always like to say I'm genre fluid. And I think that works well for me. I just like writing songs. I don't care how they come out. They're going to come out the way that they come out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to
serve the song.
The song is Jesus Loves Me, Bubba. He says I'm allowed in heaven if I keep myself going.
Well, listen, you start singing Jesus Loves Me, my 3-year-old may get up here and sing along with you.
You have a 3-year-old, Willie?
Yes.
Oh my goodness gracious.
She keeps me on my toes.
I have a 13-year-old and I would like to trade her in. I've told that you cannot fit them in the chute at the fire department anymore.
You can't fit my 3-year-old in there anymore.
So we're kind of stuck then, huh?
I wouldn't trade her anything in the world, maybe duct tape her to the wall, but no.
It's hard, man. It's hard out here for us rock stars. We gotta put up with that. We have to pay bills.
I know.
Rude.
It's the whole thing, adulting is hard.
A little more. Enjoying my childhood a little more. Didn't grow up so fast.
Yeah, I was told that none of this was gonna be the cards, that I was gonna be a nun, so I didn't have to pay for shit. And you know what? That didn't happen. And suddenly I have a mortgage. Ew.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
It is tough. I know for sure.
Brad, anything off the top of your head? I know you're just kind of meeting Sam for the first time here. Any questions from you?
I'm curious to listen to the music, and maybe I can help kind of guide some of the positioning, with what she's doing. And we can certainly, talk about bookings and marketing or publishing or whatever.
Okay, Brad. I kind of feel this is very Brady Bunch right now because it's like, I love it.
Sam,
Brad.
I have Stoner loaded up. Do you mind if we play that?
Oh yeah, heck yeah, yeah. So this song was written about my dad. My dad was a DJ back in the day for in the Twin Cities market back in the 70s, and he was a party animal. He had a good old time. And when I was a little girl, my parents he would steal the albums from the radio station because they would always get 2 vinyls. They'd get a promotional pressing and then the regular one. And he would steal the promo pressing and save it and take it home. And so when I was a little girl, my parents would just get totally ripped. Like they would shut the door, smoke weed, and then they'd open the door and we were allowed to enter. And I remember being like 5 years old and they would dance with us and play Foreigner and Boston. And then it was like, okay, now you guys go away. We don't want kids anymore. So we're going to hang out over here. You just listen. And so I wrote this song because both my parents have passed and they died very young. But I was like, you know what? I get to that point where I'm playing music and having a good old time. And I just wonder if they're proud of me or if they're like, what the hell are you doing with music? Music sucks.
No, I have to think that they would be so proud to see what you do now and the parent that you are, the mother that you are, raising another young rock star now. And I'd have to think that they would be so proud of you. And I loved the undertones in here. A couple of motifs that I really aspired. I love the Dear Mr. Fantasy kind of motif that you had going on underneath of it the whole time. And yeah, very cool. So guys, this is Stoner. We can talk about it after we listen, Sam.
Okay. All right. I'll shush.
That was great.
Thanks. I wrote it.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
So that
Did
song,
you
it
like
actually
it?
came from I had the bass riff first. So I have a 5-string bass, like an Ibanez, nothing too crazy. But I remember doing that do 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 do.
No, don't pull that.
Dear
Very
Mr.
70s.
Fantasy,
Yes. Yes.
play us
Yes.
a
Freaking intro
tune.
to any Marvel movie. I'm down. That's
Bubba
exactly
Ray-
what that's where my head was at, Bubba,
lot
for
in the
sure.
80s, man. I've heard it more times than I can count.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. I could feel the emotion. It brought tears to my eyes again this time too. And you know, growing up with parents that smoked a lot of pot myself, just in the first line, I was like, no wonder we get along so well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Similar
And don't get me wrong,
upbringing.
like I remember my dad, he died of cancer, and when he was really sick, he would he'd be up all night because he couldn't sleep. He was so sick all the time, and he would never tell me to stop playing my guitar because I would just, it was in my electric phase, so I had nothing but my Epiphone Les Paul, and I was just being loud and gnarly, and he never told me to stop. And I just remember that vividly. Like, and when I was writing this song, I was thinking of that, being a teenager and being like, yo, listen to this, Dad. And it'd be like 2 a.m. So yeah, it was kind of homage to him. And the Chevy Nova that's in the picture of the album art, that's my car. It was my dad's, and it's a 73. Yeah, and it's mine now. Yeah, thank you. She just turned 36,000 miles.
There you go. Wow,
So.
low miles on that baby.
Oh yeah, I had to redo the engine. It's a stock 350, but I like to put on aviator sunglasses and drive down the road and listen to Foreigner and just vibe out and pretend that my dad's still around. But yeah, this song is homage to him.
Very cool.
I really like it.
Yeah, I didn't hear country in there for sure.
Oh, not quite. Mm-mm.
I don't know, but I'm country and I liked it, so it's okay.
I'm sure there's some version of country we could put in there.
Put a little.
There's that beautiful ride.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Now, where'd you find a desert in Wisconsin?
I found it with artificial intelligence, sir.
But the car's real, so that's why.
Yes, car is real.
That's awesome. I dated a woman back in my teenage years who had a 71 Nova.
Okay. Yeah.
And an 81 Camaro IROC.
Ooh.
No, it was a 79. It was a 79 Nova and an 89 IROC Z T-top. She was
79 was a little different for the Nova.
Oh, it was bigger. They were bigger. It was very longer, and everything just got bigger in those years, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, beautiful ride.
Thanks,
Two-door.
guys.
Yeah. You're very proud of that car, aren't you?
I am. I love that car. And my dream, and I haven't done it yet, but my dream is to go to a gig with all my gear in the back of that car.
I mean, tell her.
Well, it's a good thing that you don't have, a Marshall stack and the Epiphones anymore. It's mostly just you and your acoustic.
You are correct, sir. So I can make this happen.
All right, tell her.
Yeah, you just got to wait for the snow to melt. I don't know if you guys got snow this year. We don't have any snow down here.
Hello,
Hey,
sweetheart.
Monkey, what are you doing?
Tell her. Tell her what you thought of her song.
Damn. Real rock stars make her blush.
Oh my goodness. Hi, sweetheart.
Don't bite yourself.
That's how I get when I talk to Bubba.
Is that because it gets on your nerves sometimes? No, just kidding.
Oh, you're right. You're so right.
Out of here.
Tell her. Can you tell her? You told Daddy you really like her song. Can you tell her you really like her song? No, you're gonna be shy now.
Sam,
That's
have
okay.
you ever been tempted by the Nashville vibe? Like, have you ever felt like, oh, if I could just get down there and I have to record with Nashville producers and I have to do this or I have to do that? Yeah, me neither.
No. I remember I wrote this song for my rat, Skippy. I had a pet rat when I was a teenager, and I had a Windows 3.1 machine and a pencil mic that I got from Walmart for like $20. I remember that was big money. And I recorded everything in Windows Recorder. And I knew from that point that I didn't need to do anything with anybody else. Now, granted, I've got, delusions of grandeur where I could work with other people that are more connected in the scene and that have bigger and different ideas than I do. But if in the end I don't, it's not the end of the world. That's not what it's about, Yep.
I think that's what
I'm
really
just open to the
comes
universe.
through.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah,
just
I
be a
think
good
that's what
human and call it good.
I appreciate about your music is that you're writing for you. You're not writing for anyone else. You're writing to get these emotions out. And that's how I am as a songwriter. And I look forward to the time when I have more time to write again and to do that. Like I had an explosion of songs come out of me in my early 20s when I had a lot to say. And I never had the ability to put them down onto tape. And now that I've started to get some of these out, we released the new EP last year. I have places to go when I have, I don't need a lot of money to go record now. But when I have that, I know where I can go and spend a week, staying in Charlotte's basement and working with my friends and creating music in that way that I look forward to getting some more of these out and writing more. And I think 2026 for me is going to hold a lot of that again. I have a lot of experiences that I've been holding on to that I need to let go of. And it's about.
Bubba, your mouth is making nice words, but I can't hear anything that you're saying.
Oh, no. No, am I muted? No, I'm not muted.
No, I can hear you.
Oh.
How come you can hear Bubba, but I can't?
Oh,
I guess I'm the Bubba whisperer. I don't know.
Oh, my God, Dad, you have to translate.
That can be hard to do.
Any better now, Sam? No?
Can you hear him? now, Sam?
No.
No, I can only hear you.
Try leaving the studio. Brad, tell her to
He's
leave the
probably
studio
saying
and come back.
something so
Okay.
amazing.
He's saying for you to leave the studio and come back in and try that.
Let go, okay.
Maybe
All
it's
right,
because
Brad.
Willie was taking up the bandwidth.
Yeah, Willie left the studio. That's what happened.
I was still in the studio.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you boys to it. I gotta run outside real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. I guess can you bring Sam? There she is. Can you hear us all now?
He ran off. We scared him off.
I can hear you.
Okay.
We scared him off.
That's okay. You know, it happens.
I guess
Listen,
he needs
I
to
don't
get
know
a
if
real microphone. I
don't know if you could see her, but during that song, she was really singing the words to me.
Oh,
She really does, and like she's like, "It's her." I was like, "Yes, that is her."
Oh,
And she's 3?
She likes, and we listen. Yes.
Wow.
Like she finds music we like, and honestly, there's a whole lot of other music that I would get annoyed listening to. You know, she went through a Bruno Mars phase where we had to listen but nothing but Bruno Mars, and I hated it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Bruno Mars fan, so I can
And I'm
support your
talking,
hatred.
it was one song. It was the lazy song, and she only liked it because of the monkeys in the video.
Amazing.
So, but we listened to that song from Rolla to Salem probably like 40 times.
Rolla.
I hated it. Now I can like put your album on Spotify and we just listen. She's like, play it again. So then we'll listen to the album. But,
Okay. I get to go to dinner now.
nice.
Mm-hmm. Be jealous, gentlemen. Will you guys give Bubba my love?
We certainly will. Yeah.
And thank him for having me.
And
Yes, and Willie, I will go and set up a time for us to have a little podcast chat. Okay.
all righty. Look forward to it.
Mwah. Goodbye, fellas.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a good one.
And then there was 2. Dun, dun, dun.
Yep. Back to the duo. Yeah, that was good. She's super nice. Enjoyed that conversation. Definitely.
Now she runned off.
She's got to go to dinner. She said to tell you
That's
bye.
all right.
And
Well, Sam, thanks so much for joining us. We absolutely loved having you here. I know everyone else did as well. What a treat. And I think that's what's becoming really cool about this community that we're growing, is that people can kind of come in and out, and we never really miss a beat. Yeah, and Sam's a big part of the family that we've been growing with the Midwest Original Music Organization. And
I think we should bring Charlotte in.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll send her a link. We'll see what she says.
She's probably like, "Shut up, Willie."
Yeah. Yeah, you just got excommunicated.
Cut him off. He's done.
No.
Bubba's internet ain't very good. His Wi-Fi, every time he goes to another window, he freezes.
No, it's just the app.
Okay.
Yeah, once you click out of the window, you freeze.
Really? I didn't realize that. Of course, I never go out of the window.
Yeah, no, I do it all the time. It really sucks when I'm in meetings and I'm trying to get more shit done, and people are like, you froze up. And I'm like, fuck. They know that I was looking at my calendar to see what's coming next.
That was one good thing about having the Zoom, where we did have that, where we could leave and not be horrible.
It's
she said, "Where's the link?" I'm not in too much
personal
trouble.
messenger, Charlotte.
See, I'm
come
not
on and
too much
join us.
trouble.
We can talk Operation Combating Veteran Suicide, the National Songwriter Showcase Tour coming up. Plans to come out to Detroit for the Midwest Talent Awards. My cat woke me up way too early again today.
Maybe next year, if I get nominated, I'll be in a better place financially.
Yeah, you and Brad both. Brad's got 4 of my houses sunk into Music Mogul AI right now.
We're taking over, man.
Yeah, well, that's what it takes. People don't want to make the investment of the time or the money and the energy that it takes to really grow something. I mean, I put in 68 hours a week on this stuff, right? 30 hours of those alone are spent on camera at this point, whether it's in meetings or live on the air. You know, I do a 2-hour live show on Tuesdays. These shows are hour and a half, 2 hours on Wednesdays. We have, you know, all the other interviews that we're doing during the week, but I really want to get that, you know, built up.
Yeah.
So that I can take the summers and kind of do what I want to do rather than being beholden to this, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's good. You got to, you know, we got to get the word out. You know, you can, I've always told artists, you know, you can have the best song in the world, but if the world doesn't know about it, it's just a really cool secret. And, you know, same thing goes in business. You know, we have to do some marketing, you know, on the front end to build a brand. And a lot of artists are not, you know, they get burned out, you know, because they don't know what's working or how to measure it and all of that. And that's super important. But sometimes it just takes consistency. I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook. I know Bubba does, but there's a cool post that I did today about Lainey Wilson. I shared it from another contact of mine, but, you know, talks about how, you know, she was on American Idol for 7 times and never even got in front of the judges. The Voice, she didn't make it to that either. And, you know, she lived out of a camper in Nashville on Music Row for like a decade.
Yeah. That's why I love her story and Jelly Roll both. And the fact that they just stuck with it until until the system had just chewed everyone else and spit them out. And then you were left with a real artist who had been through all of it to be able to bring them in. Willie, can you see her backstage? There you go. Hello, Charlotte.
Hello. Sorry, I was sending her a link to the nonprofit page.
Yeah, there's a lot of my pages.
Well, nice to meet you, Charlotte. How are you?
Yeah, meet Brad. Brad, Charlotte.
Nice to meet you.
I've heard a lot about you.
She's amazing.
Thanks, Willie.
My daughter makes me let her say hi every time she talks on the phone.
She is so adorable.
She's a handful. It's all Bubba's fault.
What you guys are doing, listening tonight, I don't get a lot of time to listen to what y'all are doing all the time, but I appreciate you for all you're doing, for your drive. It's awesome. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Yeah, we love what you're doing as well. It's such a great cause, and we support everything with you guys, and just want to spread the word and be a megaphone, you know, for your cause, which is extremely important.
Well, and I think the most important thing, and Bubba and I had a huge conversation about this today, was as being Mrs. South Dakota International 2025, I took the stance that I would no longer was willing to kind of tiptoe around the words of veteran suicide, and I hit it on the head. It's time. Our veterans need to know it's okay. There's not a stigma. There's not anything with that. And so for me, him and I were talking about this he was like, your name is so long, which I love Bubba for that. I'm like, it is. But you know what? Nobody can stand and go, we don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
We're doing it. Like, I'm done dancing around, standing, you know, and being like, oh, we can't say that word, suicide, veteran. No. It's happening, it's going, and we're going to make a difference. So we're going to be loud and proud on words that don't always feel good, but we're doing it.
Someone reported the Facebook page because of it.
I get reported a lot because they think that the page, it's really funny because even when I go into it, sometimes it fusses at me, because they think I'm promoting something different. Nobody wants to hear those words together, and it's okay. We'll keep fighting. There's plenty of avenues, but we can do that.
Yeah, the event page got took down for that the other day. I got it back, but
yeah, that is something we deal with regularly. I know Bubba and I have talked about that. But you know what? We're going to continue. Like, this is not a stigma. Our boys need help. And even if they're not to the level that, they're talking about taking their own life, they're struggling and they deserve to have what they need.
Sure.
Yeah, on a lot of levels, it's just ending the stigma of not talking, right? It's bringing them to a space where it's okay, and I think that's what makes the podcast platform a powerful vessel for that. And I had a conversation with a gal today that was, with thinking about it, got her gears turning. Is like, oh, how can we bring this together, and events like this, and who would host something like that? And my thing was, as much as I love hosting and I love being a connector of people, that I don't always feel comfortable at the forefront of some of these conversations. I think that those conversations are better suited for those that have been through those things. And I think a lot of what we're doing on this tour is to find the people that are veterans that have been through, whether it's suicidal thoughts or surviving an attempt, that they can share the story with their brothers and sisters who are veterans one-to-one, and to bring them out and to find those to bring them on, and to do the infrastructure and the help of guiding them in this world. Not to say, oh, you should start a podcast. No, we're going to start a podcast for you. All you have to do is show up and talk with your brothers and sisters. Right? All you have to do is show up and talk to your people about things that are affecting you and your community. And to me, I think that's a really important part that might get overlooked on this tour. I think it's very easy to look at this, the National Songwriter Showcase Tour as, oh, Bubba's just going out to have fun again. And while I will have a very good time connecting with more songwriters and bringing that out there, the mission is to bring the foundation out to new areas, and to connect with more veterans, and to connect with the people who really need it. Today, Brad, we and I haven't sent you the CSV file yet, but I had our AI run through and create a list of media organizations, both in the media and the veteran organization side, that we can release our new press release out to. And to start to bring these people together outside of the music world, right? We've had several submissions, and I hope we have a lot more over the course of the next few weeks before I take off, of the artist. But it's very little about the artist, and it's very much about the cause that we're bringing with us. And I actually had someone in one of the Facebook groups today kind of come to my defense in that. And I was like, you nailed it exactly. I don't have time to sit here and explain everything to everyone all the time. But for much of our promotion of this tour, Brad, I was burying the lead. I was making it about the National Songwriter Showcase Tour and the Scene projects, when really the top line issue is Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. And we're just using music as a way to kind of infiltrate the system to talk about the things that need to be talked about.
Yeah.
Well, and I think it's so important to remember that music is such a huge part. The other co-founder, my husband, music is huge to him. And he is a veteran. My husband is an Army veteran. He was shot in Iraq, brought home by Black Hawk, and 100% disabled. But music's huge to him. I mean, there's many a days in our home where he's like, I have this song in my head, or he's relaxing or trying to just get right with everything going on. Music is huge to veterans. I have almost 30 years. That just aged myself 100%. But 30 years with veterans, that music's huge. So what you guys are doing in the music world for our veterans, you have no idea. And promoting them and allowing our veterans to heal through music, through just a beat that they can have in their hearts from what they've been through is huge. And I don't think most people understand that. When Casey and I are talking about our world of the veterans and looking forward to building the complex for our veterans throughout the nation, that it's huge that music is a huge part of that because it helps. It's calming. It's even if it's, you know, heavy metal or, rap or whatever, but it helps soothe them. And I think that that is a part that we are all missing with our.
And
Absolutely.
something I
See, and
think that
that's
we
the-
all forget is that music very rarely conjures up bad memories. It might conjure up a sad memory occasionally, right? It may bring you to a place that, of emotion, but very rarely does a song come on and it makes you feel awful.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's actually healing, and that's why when I put that festival on, I made sure and I reached out to different veterans, and they're actually going to come and talk about just that, how music has helped them through. I got 4 of them that are going to come and talk, and I got a lot of great artists coming. I do, but I'm more excited about that part of it than I am the art because just so people are going to hear exactly from them what music has done for them and shine a light on a very dark subject.
Well, and I think that we have to remember of, there's many arms of me, as Bubba knows, and I also do the No Veteran Dies Alone, which means that I can get a call anytime of the day or night that a veteran is passing away and their family can't make it in or they don't have family, and I go and stay with them until they pass. And I'll tell you, music is a huge part of that for me, that it comes in slow in the background. It's part of what we're doing. It's calming. It's just what they need. And I think people miss that piece. And, I think it's important for people to see that across the board, not only with veterans, but with everyone else. They were brought in with so much tragedy in their lives with what's going on with war and post-war and pre-war and all those pieces that I think we need to remember that music is healing. And I think we forget that a lot. We're like, oh, I love that song, when it makes an impact on people all the time. And I'll be honest with you, for veterans, it makes an impact that I don't think most people understand, because if they've been at war, they've heard songs while they were at war, why they were flying over to war, what they were listening to post war. That's a huge thing to them, and it's kept in them.
Yeah.
See, my heart hurts for him because someone that deals with PTSD myself, I know what levels I have it, and just to see what I deal with, I can't imagine what they deal with on that level, So my heart hurts for them. I got family that was one of the statistics, as sad it is to say. And, that's why when Bubba first started talking to me about you, and he didn't even do it, like, he just brought it up in conversation. And I'm like, well, tell me more about that. Well, then next thing I know, we go to. No. I can hear Bubba. I promise. You're good. Go watch your video. But that's what dove me in so deep, is because that's something that hit too close to home, when and I honestly didn't. I know you mentioned it, but I didn't realize the whole going and sitting with them. Man, I commend you for that. I mean, no one should have to die alone, and I commend you for that.
In my world, it'll never happen. If I'm close enough that I can get to them, I will always be there. I think that the importance in all of it is that we can work through this with veterans. They just need to know they have the outlets. And unfortunately, a lot of them know they have it. They just don't know how to reach to it, or they don't want to. So, there's plenty of calls that my husband and I receive that, it's an outreach. We're here for you. We can help you finding the real, really going on. It doesn't have to be as deep as this conversation has got. Bubba, I love seeing the cats. Thank you for bringing that into our world. But
she doesn't really give me a choice, Charlotte.
Right.
All 9 of them.
Right. But I think, realistically, what we have to remember in this is we're moving forward and we're giving them a voice. And that's kind of the thing for us is, yes, it is Operation Combating Veteran Suicide, but that's exactly it. We're on the forefront. We want to be there before they're in the situation where they're feeling like they're going to make an attempt or they do it. So, we have so many things that have happened this year of helping veterans and holding them hand in hand and getting them through. Were they suicidal? Maybe. But the most important part of it is it didn't happen. And for that's what we're looking for. So it was standing up to the words of veteran suicide that I'm done tippy-toeing around it. All right. We're moving forward. We're heading to helping veterans. They need housing. Great. We got that. They need employment. Give me a call. We got that. Sorry, you can hear my veteran coughing in the background. They need some mental health resources. We got it. But let's give them what they need. And a lot of it is, does the VA have what they need? Yes. Do they need more? Yes. But they're not even given the chance to know what is out there for them. And we have to bring that to them. And I will continue to be loud and proud on a national level, international level, whatever it is. But it's loud and proud of there are options.
See, and that's what's great is just like the other day, I saw that post. I screenshot the post to you, and I was able to help. Because I don't know what to do. I don't when it comes to that. And I was able to reach out to the guy himself and say, hey, reach out to him. And he was kind of prideful, and I understand it. But it's like, at
the level of ability, and that's the importance, Bubba, or I'm sorry, Willie, what we were talking about is when I sent to you that information of, is he disabled? Is he disabled, meaning he's disabled through the VA? If not, there's other avenues we can take.
Yes, he was disabled through the VA. I reached out to him. I found out.
They absolutely will take care of every penny of that he needs. But that's the problem is they don't know that because the VA doesn't know how to get that information out there. So,
and I figured you knew that. That's why I reached out and I was like, hey, can you guide? I don't even remember what I said. I just screenshot it and like, can you help me here or whatever? I don't even remember what I said. But I just seen it and I was like, I know a lady that can give me some answers.
That's the big key there is resources. And that's a huge part of what OCBS does is resources. Like I need a wheelchair ramp built and I am 70% disabled or 50% or 100%. The VA will do all of that. It doesn't have to be out of their pocket. We also can look at other resources. There's grants. There's so many other things, mental health resources that can also pull through for so much more. Nobody knows that. So that's why I'm here. Is because I have those resources of 30 years now in this world, along with helping with what OCVS does. And then having people like you, Willie, and Bubba who are out telling everybody that we're here, we're doing benefits for them, we're keeping them moving, we're moving forward with them, which is huge for us too, because that's what our vets need. That's where my world, my nonprofit focuses is let's get them the information. There is help out there. And the VA does great. The vet center does great. The Legion does great. But nobody seems to know about these pieces.
And
No,
that's
and I
exactly
think
what he told me. That was exactly what he told me. He said, I didn't know. He was actually scheduled to be released from the hospital, and he didn't know how he was going to get in his home. And, he's like, I didn't even know that was a revenue. I think he was 100% disabled. I don't remember. I mean, but he's like, I don't know where to go. And I was like, okay. And after I messaged you, I reached back out to him.
Yes. And that's the thing is there are a ton of programs, but there are also the veterans who are not per se disabled that they can't, that they're not receiving VA benefits. They may be disabled for other reasons that were not VA related, that still need help. They still served our country and it's still important for them to receive what they need. We help all the time with both sides of it. So OCVS jumps in whether you're 100% disabled or you're not, but you're just needing help. Veterans struggle coming back into the real world. I tell people all the time, we need to remember that a military man is very institutionalized, or woman, sorry, I always forget to say both. Because they go in at a young age. And just like being in jail or prison, your day is given to you. It doesn't matter how long you're dealing with the military. And then you come out and you're expected to figure out how to get a job, how to deal with other things. I am dealing with a commanding officer right now of the base that we are near and dear to. And he said to me, I'm 25 years in. How do I write a resume? How do I get a job? How do I compete? Because his world's been given to him. So even our most successful ranking people still come out feeling very scared.
No, and that's where I think most people will look at the name and assume that we're more like a medical, like we're medics, or that we're that side of it. We're a crisis team, and that's not really what we are. If anything, to put it in military terms, we're more like the engineer corps, right? Where we're trying to build the infrastructure. We're trying to build the things that you need to be able to battle this. And to battle it is to build a community, to give people hope. It's not just there to be there in the 11th hour at their time of greatest need in that moment. It's to build a community so they never get there in the first place. And I think that is part of what, we're really trying to convey in this year of moving forward. I know that the foundation just turned a year old, and it feels like, I think me and you are very guilty of like, we should be further along, right? Because we see the bigger vision and we have such a long, down the field vision of where it can go. And I think in a lot of ways, the housing, the housing projects are already built, right? The communities are already there in some ways. And it's figuring how do we help and grow? And I think the idea originally started with, okay, well, how do we build small, maybe 4 to 8 unit, apartment complexes? But that only serves half the problem, right? You have single families that need to be brought into the community, and you need to really build out something that's much bigger. If you can have senior living communities that are only for seniors, then why couldn't you have veteran only communities out there? And I think that's so important because it starts to put you around people that know what you've been through. And we live in an age where nobody knows their neighbors and nobody really wants to know their neighbors. And we're all kind of stuck on our phones and stuck in our very condensed little worlds. Why can't we build intentional communities around being with like-minded and like-experienced people? And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I agree.
And that's what's great about the scene projects is like the fact that we have built that or are building that community is that, you know, it's connected us to Charlotte and what she's got going on. And you two were connected way before I come in the picture. But
I wouldn't say way before. We had just met in May.
Oh, okay. Regardless, but it's the fact that it's like all the bodies are moving as one. You know, all the limbs are moving as one. All the body parts is what I'm trying to say. Did not come right. Right.
Well, and like a well-trained regiment of the military, right? The unit functions as one, and we can be doing different things that are all moving towards the same goal. And I think that's where we all are falling into our roles now. And in a lot of ways, you know, we talked about it earlier in the show where I was burying the lead on this entire tour. And in the last 24 hours, I have kind of flipped the script and have put Operation Combating Veteran Suicide at the top where it belongs, because you got to make the main thing the main thing. And the mission is the main thing. And whatever happens with the scene projects or our tours or any of these things are building up towards that main mission. And that's something that I've just accepted, you know, and I know that you've always treated me as a part of this family. You gave me a fancy title in this, you know, organization. And I never really, I think I was scared of it, right? I think I was a little bit scared of taking on the role or being somewhat maybe scared is the wrong word, but feeling like I wasn't worthy, right? A little bit of imposter syndrome to call myself the director of marketing for this beautiful foundation that is doing so much to impact those lives. And because I'm not boots on the ground with you, working directly with the veterans, that I felt somewhat imposterish in that, but realizing that that's not my part in the mission. My part is to go do what I do, which is to be out there, to be a voice, to be a megaphone, and to let that be the main thing. And if I'm not putting that out front, if I'm not putting the mission above all, then I'm doing a disservice to all of us.
Well, and I think, Bubba, you and I have talked about this too, is you and I both come in very hot. Like when you we met, it's been kind of that relationship with us that I'm very strong as you are, and I come in hot. This is my mission. I don't waver from it. And it's overwhelming at times that I am, here's what I'm doing. You have been a blessing of what you've brought to us because you do promote us. And I think, you know, you didn't have a ton of knowledge in the beginning of veterans and what we're doing. And you were like, Char's with ones that are passing away. She's out on the, you know, on the grounds with them. She's with the homeless veterans. She's in the nursing home. She's helping the veteran here. You didn't realize how much you brought to us by doing what you do, by the supporting of the media and all the other pieces that you bring to us. Yeah, and I think you may have this weekend, though we had a blast and it was so much fun. Yeah.
I'm a little jealous.
You should be. You should absolutely be jealous.
I just say Bubba cleaned up nice.
He does. And we had an epic time. But I think it sets you on the road now of knowing, first of all, what you mean to OCVS and what OCVS and you can bring to us.
Well, I appreciate that, Charlotte. And I was really grateful to have that time spent with you and with Casey, and to be the one throwing the event, because often it's been us kind of co-producing them. We've always been almost too busy to just sit with each other and to be in each other's space. And it was nice to have that time this weekend to let things settle finally, and to see a big part of what we do moving forward, and being more you know, we threw a lot of shit at the wall last year, right? There's a lot of spaghetti all over the wall. And now we've been able to take a step back and to see what is stuck and what hasn't, and to build up kind of the pillars of OCVS and the scene projects now, and knowing where we stand across the board to be able to be more effective in this year, and to be able to move forward efficiently in 2026 with everything that we're doing, and to have a much larger team now as well, you know, Willie included in that.
That's what I was just going to say, and bringing Willie in. This is huge. Like, our nonprofit, which Bubba, you know, you've been a huge part of, that, you know, within a year, we've done more than most nonprofits ever will do. And Bubba, you and I, we know, are just going to keep busting through. We now have Willie with us, who is doing 2 epic events for OCVS. And I can't wait to see and come out there and be part of those events, continue to help planning, you know, doing all those pieces. And Brad, it was great meeting you tonight. And I can't wait to talk with you more to see what that does for all of us. But it truly is a family. And when you're talking with, you know, or about the veterans, or as Bubba will always tell you, they're just my veterans, because that's me, they're mine. We move forward, and I continue to stand on that. We take a step, and that's what we do. But we are bringing great partners together, and we will be helping them for what they need.
See, it's funny because Bubba mentioned that I kind of had that mindset lately, is that I don't do enough. Like, I really do. I mean,
I get it. It's called the imposter syndrome. We all have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, my life, I get it. Well, you know.
Monkey, come say goodnight to everybody. I gotta let everyone go. I'm starving.
Monkey, you gonna say goodbye to everybody?
Brad's probably got work to do.
Brad, hard.
You want to say bye to Bubba?
Oh, I would
say bye to Bubba.
Charlotte, I'm just I'm very grateful that you jumped on the show tonight. We got a chance to talk about you know, OCVS and the mission at hand, and to share some more of that. It's so important. There she is. Hi.
All right. Tell everybody good night.
Bye.
It's
Hey,
okay. You stepped on something, Daddy. I'll kiss it. All better.
It's still right on the back.
Oh, it's on the bottom.
Your daddy loves you, honey.
Only a dad.
Yeah.
That's right.
I ain't kissing Danielle's feet like that.
Hey, look, there's Miss Charlotte. You actually get to see her. It ain't just on the phone now.
Oh, how are you?
Yeah. That's not her. And this is like a side of her I'm not used to seeing, because you can ask Bubba. Normally she's like, who you talking to?
You should have seen her gushing over Sam when we had her on here.
Well, you missed it, Bubba. She was actually, I don't know if you saw it, she was actually singing part of the songs, because we actually have her. No, ma'am. All right, you went down to go listen to your iPad? Okay. Tell everybody good night.
Bye. Good night, sweetie.
But she was actually singing the words, because we listen to her a lot. Cheyenne likes her, and it's music that isn't super annoying for a child to listen to, because there's a lot of it that children listen to that are like la 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 la. But no, so I think she was a little starstruck during with Sam.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, Bubba, go eat. You guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna see if I can get Danielle to cook me something at the bowling alley.
It's not happening.
It's probably
Don't
not.
hold your breath.
Air fryer.
Hey, you're gonna fail before you even get there.
Well, I know one thing I won't be failing at, and that is the mission at hand, which is Operation Combating Veteran Suicide. And we will never stop fighting for our veteran community.
Nope.
And together we are going to save and impact so many lives around us, and to build communities, intentional communities for our veterans. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of this year and where we go from there and continue to be impactful human beings. I think that's all that, everyone here wants to be. So thank you, Charlotte, for jumping on. Appreciate you.
I want to thank both of you for letting me be a part of this.
Appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, same here. You guys have a great night.
You too.
Bye, everybody. Love you, boys. Great show tonight. That was fun.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
Let's do more of that. This community just continues to grow, doesn't it?
It does. It does. And we'll keep growing it from the ground up, man.
Awesome. All right, fellas. Have a great night.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
We'll see ya.
They say the music industry is open now, but if you're an independent artist or a DJ trying to scale, you know the truth. The gatekeepers didn't disappear. They just moved behind a curtain of data and consolidation. Hello, my name is Brad Stewart. I'm the founder of Music Mogul AI and Stewart Entertainment Agency. For 20 years, I sat at every seat at the table as a booking agent, a publisher, a publicist, a business manager, a consultant, and even as a mentor. I've worked with over 300 artists, from hungry up-and-comers to Grammy winners. After the world stopped in 2020, I went looking for the tools to run my agency for this new world. However, I found nothing that fit. Everything was fragmented. Every team was disconnected. And while the major labels were building monopolies to crush the middle class of music, the rest of us were left with spreadsheets and prayers. That's why I built Music Mogul AI. But I didn't want to just build another productivity tool. I wanted to build an architecture, a way for the independent musicians, the bands, and the DJs to move with the same efficiency and intelligence as a major label, but without selling their soul. We've taken 2 decades of high-level industry strategy and fused it with a proprietary AI to create a central nervous system for your career. It's the efficiency that I needed with Stewart Entertainment Agency, now refined into a weapon for you. But here's the catch. Music Mogul AI isn't for everyone. We aren't a mass market subscription service. We are a premier tech-forward partner. Our consulting is baked into the software because tools don't win wars. Generals do. We are hand-selecting a limited cohort of artists and DJs who are ready to stop playing industry and start building an empire. We are licensing this technology even to major agencies next year. But for right now, the advantage belongs to the independents. If you're tired of the fragmentation and you're ready to reclaim your time and your trajectory, click the link below, apply to join Music Mogul AI's ecosystem, and let's stop asking for a seat at the table and start building our own. I'll see you on the inside.